I'll be showing you how to register a phone number as a Canadian, Australian, or someone from a different country needing a US number. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to want to go ahead and head on over to your sub account, and this is going to be on the sub account level. You're going to click on settings at the very bottom. Once you're on settings on the left hand side, you're then going to select phone number. So you'll click on phone numbers. Once that's selected, you're going to go ahead and click on the plus add phone number, the blue button, add a phone number, and you'll go ahead and select the country. In this case, you want a phone number from the United States. You'll select the phone number that you're interested in purchasing, and you'll go ahead and select that number and make that purchase. Once you have your number selected, you're going to want to go ahead and visit the Trust Center right here at the top right. Now, I'm going to go over a couple of things before I show you the next steps. Now, you're going to want to make sure that you actually are in compliance. So if you are outside of the United States, for example, you're in Canada, as of July 27th, for companies in Canada, you'll have to switch to only BN numbers. We'll only accept BN numbers, okay, instead of corporation, incorporation, registry ID numbers for Canadian brand registrations. So you can see that here. You can get your business number on their website. And we'll take a look at some of the other requirements. You're going to want to enter your provincial corporation number as your business registration number. So for example, if you are in Alberta, that'll be the Alberta corporation number. Ontario will be the Ontario corporation number. I also want to cover guidance for the rest of the world. So if you're a European country, you should be using the VIES VAT number. And you can go here to that website. These are all government websites, so make sure you're on the correct website. And you can go ahead and look up the information for that. Companies in Australia will have to use the Australian business number, also known as the ABN, and you can visit the website for that information as well. You can see that here. And you can just look up your ABN. If you are in New Zealand, you are actually going to want to visit the New Zealand Business Government website to search for your NZBN number. Okay, so that is going to be required for New Zealand companies. And if you are a company in Hong Kong who needs a US number, you're going to want to go to Companies Registry, also known as CN, and you can see that here, to make sure that you have the correct number in order to be approved to use that US number. So we're going to head back over to the Trust Center. You will have to be approved for A2P messaging in order to send out text messages using that US number. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start registering now. And it's very important that you determine what type of profile you need. Is this business entity you're registering located in US and or Canada? You can say yes or no. In our case, we're going to use a Canadian company. Does this business registering have a tax ID? For example, if you're in the US, obviously we use the EIN number. In Canada, we're going to use that BN number that we talked about, and it's going to be the 9 digits only. So we're going to select yes, the business registering has a tax ID. We'll go ahead and hit continue. You're going to go ahead and enter in the legal name of the company. Make sure that everything is accurate and that everything matches what is on your actual registration, okay? So what type of company do you have? What is the business registration type? We talked about the CBN number for Canada. We talked about some of the other entities as well. So you'll go ahead and select that. And then you're going to want to go ahead and enter in your business registration number. And what industry you are in. And then you're going to want to go ahead and type in your email address and your website URL. And then what business region are you operating out of? And then go ahead and hit continue. You're then going to want to go ahead and put in your business address information. So this will be your country, the state, your address, the city, and the zip code. And then you're going to put in your contact information, your position. This includes your name, your first name, last name, address, phone number, and your position. And then you'll go ahead and click continue. Now you're going to be able to apply for the level of volume that you want to be sending out. So it's recommended that you go with the low volume standard. Remember that your EIN number is required for this registration, and this is going to help you if you have more than one phone number that is permitted, and you can send up to 6,000 segments per day. High volume is if you're going to be sending out more than 600,000 segments in your text messaging per day. So we'll go ahead and apply for that, and you're just going to go ahead and acknowledge that we want the low volume standard, and we'll hit continue. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to want to fill out the messaging use case. So they want to see exactly what type of scenarios you'll be using when sending text messages. So if you click here, the first one here, they kind of give you a little example. So you can select the example, and we have a few that you can literally just copy and paste, okay? And we're just going to do that. They also want a sample message number 1 that includes your name, your business name, and opt-out language to make sure that individuals who are receiving this text message can actually reply to stop and unsubscribe or cancel receiving text messages. So we're going to copy one of those and we'll put that there. Make sure that, again, you're putting in your actual name and your business name. Again, we want everything to appear as it does on your registration. Now, the third one will do the same thing. You want to copy that message, and again, it must include your lead name this time. So an example of a lead name, your business name, and opt-out language. Again, we're giving them that ability to reply to stop and cancel and not receive any text messages. So this message will include an embed link. This message will include phone numbers, and you'll go ahead and you will hit continue. Then you want to fill out the user consent. Here you're going to have several examples again. And this is how do your lead or contacts consent to actually receiving messages from you. So we do have examples for you to put in here, and you can copy that. And again, you just want to make sure that you put in your actual links for your domains so that they can fill in their user details and any other information that you need to put in here, such as your actual phone number. And again, some of the keywords that are used in this case will be start or subscribe, so you can leave that as is. And then we want to have opt-in language. So you're just going to go ahead and copy this message as well. And you're going to go ahead and, again, just read it. It must contain your business name. So make sure that you actually change this to your business name, to your actual company name. So we'll go ahead and submit that as well. And you can see that we've successfully submitted the A2P brand and campaign details. So we will literally just be waiting for approval on that. And then you can move on to the campaign level and you can fill out your information for approval there as well.